Kristen Knocker.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. When we come to Toastmasters, we have goals. We have things that we want to accomplish. We want to be better speakers. We want to be better leaders. So we come here and we give our speeches. And we fill meeting roles, and we serve as officers of the club. Recently, last week at our annual Toastmasters, Bryant Park Toastmasters Awards dinner, it was announced that in 6 months we officially became a perfect 10 club. So I'd like to give you guys all a round of applause for this. What that means is in 6 months we've achieved our annual leadership and communication goals. But that does not mean that we're done. We don't stop here. We certainly don't stop supporting our club, supporting our members, and we keep striving for our goals. I'm here today to talk to you about what's next. So what's next? You're fired up. You're ready to conquer the world. What can I do? Well, I'm gonna channel that energy for you and tell you the many opportunities that you have, both within the club and particularly outside of the club. So there are 3 things that I'm going to discuss today, and if you look, you'll have a handout here. And the first is being a part of the speech contest. The second is advanced leadership roles available outside the club. And the third is attending conferences and being a part of conferences. So with the first one, let's talk about being a part of the speech contests. Toastmasters has 4 contests typically that are conducted in any year. They are the humorous speech contest, which is, as the name implies, humorous speech. The speech evaluation contest, where you evaluate speakers. The table topics contest, which is exactly as it sounds. You do the table topics and you get evaluated on that, you get judged on it. And then finally the international speech contest, which is the granddaddy of contests. The winner of that goes on to the international convention and becomes the world champion of public speaking. Currently, right now, we are doing 2 of the speech contests. They are the table topics and the international speech contest, and I will talk to you more on that later. So you want to get involved in these contests. I keep calling them speeches. Contests. How do we do that? Well, the first is obviously to become a contestant. You might be saying to yourself, a contestant? Well, okay, what does that mean? What does that entail? Well, first you start at your club level and you compete in the contest. And then you move on, if you win, to represent the club at the area level, and then after the area, division, and on up, and so forth. That is what the contestant level is. That's one way to volunteer or take part in the contest. Maybe you're saying to yourself, I don't necessarily not ready to be a contestant, or I don't want to do that just yet. Is there another way that I can be a part of it? Glad you asked. Yes, there is. The next that we need is an MC. An MC is a master of ceremonies. And what that is somebody who introduces the speakers and keeps events rolling. It's basically the Toastmaster of the meeting, who, by the way, is doing a great job. MC, all right, maybe I consider that. Is there anything else? Well, what do you need at a contest? What do you have to have at a contest?
Judges.
Judges. That's right. Judges. Who here can be impartial and fair? I just see everyone's hands going up. Oh, you know this is the setup, right? Okay. So you can be a judge. The people who come up here and compete, you have to choose who's first place, who's second place, who's third place. And it's fun. It's invigorating to watch these speech contests because you learn so much. And being a judge is a wonderful way of doing that. Okay, so now you have your judges. So what else is there? Well, with judges comes ballots. And so you need a ballot counter. So long as you can tell the difference between a hanging Chad and a pregnant Chad, you're in. You can be a ballot counter. And of course there's timers. Each speech has to be within the time limit, right? So you can be a timer and make sure that the contestants know where they are. It's a very important role, it really is. Then there's a sergeant at arms. And the sergeant at arms' job is to have the people come in and out at the appropriate time. So the contestants come in or leave, or the audience. You do not have to be a big burly bouncer to do this. You can be just a normal person. I promise you, Toastmasters are polite and cordial most of the time. That one time with Andy last year was an exception. He's promised not to. And finally, another way you can participate is be the audience. Now you don't think that's participating, but really it is. Because when a speaker's up here speaking, it's the reaction. Your guys' laughs to my joke about Andy says, should I keep that or not? If you guys would have sat there quietly and not gotten it, it would tell me instantly, instant feedback, not good. So this is a good thing, that being an active audience is important. It's a very important thing. Incidentally, you can be any of these roles at the area level, division level, district level. They all need volunteers, but currently, I'm going to put a plug in for the club. The table topics contest is being held next Wednesday, and if you'd like to, Tuesday, I'm sorry, next Tuesday, and if you and the international speech contest is being held the following Tuesday, and that would be Ian and Cheryl who are chairing that. So if you have any interest at all in these roles, please contact them, and I highly suggest, please do it. It's lots of fun. Okay. So now we're going to go on to point number 2, filling a leadership role. We all know that filling a leadership role is it's invigorating, it's fun, it's exciting, it challenges us, and it also gives us the satisfaction of helping others grow and leading others. So what is available to us? We know the president, the vice president, and the club level. But now I want to talk about higher up. Well, right after the club comes an area. Now, an area is just a group of clubs. It's about, I think, 6 of them or so. We at Bryant Park are in Area 54. And the area governor is the liaison between the clubs in the area and the district and Toastmasters and whatnot. And their job is to make sure the needs are being met, goals are being met. It's a satisfying thing to do. I mean, it's a great way to be a leader. Next up the chain is division governor. The division is comprised of, again, about 6 areas, and our division is Division E. The division governor is, again, the liaison between the area and the district and Toastmasters. Again, division governor, another way to volunteer, to hone your skills, to get the experience. After that is the district. We are District 46, and the district officers include our district governor, Penelope, who's not here. I think Cam is also the treasurer, and Andy, you're the registration chair. So we have a number just from here, Bryant Park, that have become district officers of the District 46. And by the way, there are no prerequisites, I don't believe. I could be correct on this, but at least at the area and division levels, you don't have to have filled this role or been a member a certain amount of time to fill these roles. If you have the desire, the gumption, the leadership skills, do it. Go for it, do it. Above that is the board of directors, which is at the international level. If you want to shape where the Toastmasters organization as a whole goes, where their future is going, this is the area you want to be in. And finally, you can volunteer as a committee person for conferences. We have conferences twice a year. The next one, by the way, is coming up on May 19th. It's our spring conference for District 46. It's going to be held at the Marriott in Queens at LaGuardia Airport. And tickets are on sale now on the website. It's toastmasters46.org. You can speak to me afterwards if you have any questions, or any of the officers, they would be able to help you. The third thing is, of course, going to conferences. These conferences that are being put on, there are a plethora of learning experiences. You go to seminars and you learn how to speak better. You learn how to lead better. You watch the speech contest, as I said before, and you pick up things. It's just, the most important thing is the camaraderie. When I joined Bryant Park last year, it was about May or so, last year, and I went to the May conference, the spring conference of last year, and I developed friendships with Jessica Pearl, Jeremy Courage, Penelope Bone. These people, they're the first people I met. They're the first people I got close to, and that has never changed. And It's so nice to be around people who have the same goals, the same desires, the same way that you're going. And so these Toastmasters in every way, at the meeting level, at the conference level is the way to go. So I strongly urge you to go. So in conclusion, the 3 things that you can do to learn more, to hone your skills and to be better, is to be a part of the speech contest, fill an advanced leadership role, and attend conferences.